Merry Christmas, everyone! I hope you had a good time with your friends and family. It is now the next day, December 26th, and I just got back from seeing this movie, and I couldn't be more excited to talk about it. I mean, the previous movie's post-credit scene was Shadow. I mean, it got me so fucking hyped, and he's voiced by the guy who did, the fuck did he do? Oh yeah, he's the Sage from the SpongeBob movie. Yeah, he's that fucking guy. And I couldn't be more excited to talk about this movie, but Paramount Pictures, I mean... What the fuck? Why did we Australians have to wait 1 week after the full movie's release for everybody else? Why did we have to wait a week? Like, I saw a lot of big spoilers, like, from the post-credit scenes, the third act, like, all this crazy shit, and it really pissed me off. This is a family-friendly review. Look, Sonic Coin, yeah, there you go. Hey guys, welcome back to the Grandma's Channel, and welcome back to another movie review. And the movie I'm reviewing today is a kids movie, which, yeah, I should probably keep this review as family friendly, but I don't give a shit. I mean, look at the movie. Shadow holds a gun. It's not, like, it's some sort of gun. He holds a gun, so that's fair enough. This is not a kids movie. I know a lot of people have probably said this, but it is really crazy how far this franchise has come. I mean, we started off back in 2019 with this thing, and with fucking this music playing. I mean... That? Jim Carrey's back, even though during Sonic 2 press he said he was retiring. He is back, and that's crazy to look back at 2022 when he was saying this shit.
Well, I'm retiring, but...
No. And here we are in 2024 where we now have him doing this.
Couldn't it?
Are you? Crazy times. And the movie is Sonic the Hedgehog 3. Although I'm not the biggest Sonic fan ever, and I haven't played a lot of the games, I was pretty fucking hyped for this movie, man. I mean, the first movie was okay, second movie was pretty solid, and this movie, I mean, we got Shadow coming in here, voiced by Keanu Reeves, John Wick himself. I mean, that's pretty fucking good. Jim Carrey's back, and we got two of them now, which is pretty great, and we got Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles all together. I mean, this looked like it was going to be a blast. And I was just thinking, like, man, this is going to be an absolute banger of a movie to end 2024 with. And yeah, that's exactly what it was. Sonic the Hedgehog 3 was really fucking cool and a lot of fun, and might be the best of the trilogy, of this live-action Sonic trilogy. I think it definitely is better than the first movie, better than the second. I swear, these movies just keep getting better and better. Like, I won't be surprised if Sonic 4, which has already been announced, will be better than all these movies. Like, I feel like they just keep getting better and better as the franchise continues. And Sonic 3 is another step up for the franchise, and I really enjoyed it. Off the bat, the action scenes, the CGI, I mean, it keeps getting better and better as movies continue. Like, I remember watching the trailers for the first Sonic movie and thought, I mean, it looks kind of cool, but some of the CG does look a little messy and looks incomplete, not amazing, not perfect. But in this movie, most of the time, it looks incredible. It feels like they really just keep improving as movies go on. The fight scenes, the action scenes with Shadow, Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, all of it is amazing, especially the third act. Like, that third act will make every Sonic fan, big Sonic fans, go absolutely wild. And yeah, I mean, as a casual Sonic fan who knows of Sonic, but it's not like a big, like, I'm not a massive fan, I still had a great time with it, and even did catch a few of the references that all the Easter eggs that you would expect from a Sonic movie. I caught a few of them. I was like, yeah, come on, that's pretty fucking cool. So yes, a lot of Easter eggs, a lot of great action scenes. The CGI is great. It's all just it's amazing. When it comes to the characters, Ben Schwartz, who once again voices Sonic the Hedgehog. I mean, I think I said the exact same thing in my Sonic 2 review, but like, he's annoying. He makes jokes every 5 seconds. It's kind of the cringe, kiddish jokes that you would expect from Sonic, and it's still present in this movie. Like the Konichi what and all that stuff. Like, yeah, it's all here. It's still here. But he at least has an interesting arc in this movie that is interesting, and I do like how it connects with, you know, with Shadow, with Eggman and stuff. I thought that was at least well done, and throughout the third act, he does get very serious, and I was like, oh, finally, Sonic, this is what you've been needing. And yeah, the constant jokes, the references and all that does get very annoying and tiring. It's like, Sonic, just stop, please. And when it comes to Tails in this movie, you know, he's given stuff to do with his, you know, machines and stuff. He gets his moments, and I'm glad that they bring back the same actress, Colin, whatever her name is. Like, sorry, I forgot her name, but they bring her back to voice Tails. You know, she's voiced Tails in other Sonic media, and I'm glad they brought her back. She's really good. And Idris Elba as Knuckles with his fiery fist that he got from his TV show. That's back and stuff, and he gets some fun moments, some funny moments as well, because he's like kind of like, you know, he has the strength and the fist, but he's also kind of the dumbass of the group. But he still had some, you know, pleasant, fun moments here and there, and I enjoyed Tails and Knuckles. They were good. And when it comes to the villains, I mean, Shadow the Hedgehog, man. I mean, goddamn, I was so excited to see Shadow. He might be my favorite character, my favorite Sonic character out of everyone. Shadow has to be my favorite, especially when it comes to his look, like the black and red look to him. Like he's basically Sonic but black and red, and he looks amazing, dude. And I was very impressed with Shadow in this movie. I really enjoyed him. I enjoyed Keanu Reeves doing the voice, although there were times where I thought some of his deliveries with his lines was a bit like I couldn't tell if he was really trying or not. But I guess because he's a broken character. He's a bit miserable throughout the entire movie, so I guess that's like, oh, that's why, because he's such a broken character. He says all these lines and stuff in a kind of a miserable way. So that's how I saw it, or maybe it's just Keanu Reeves wasn't really trying. Who knows? But I did enjoy Shadow. You know, he rides a motorbike and stuff. He gets a gun or a laser gun, you know, but it's still a gun, and he has some really cool moments in the third act, and I can't get into it, but it gets pretty fucking crazy, and they really do dive into the backstory, his like whole like backstory with Maria. If you've played the games, you know exactly how that all goes. It starts off kind of like innocent and sweet, and then it turns very, very dark, and I won't get into it if, you know, for people who want to watch this movie and know nothing about the Maria backstory. They really dive into it, and I really enjoyed that part of the movie. That was really well done, and it was better than I expected. I thought, because it's a kids movie, I thought, it's probably not going to be done well. But I thought it was done quite well. I enjoyed Shadow and his backstory and all that. I thought it was done pretty well. And of course, Jim Carrey is back as Dr. Robotnik. He's out of retirement. He's back once again. And he's also playing, you know, the other Robotnik, Gerald Robotnik. And we've got 2 Robotniks in this movie, 2 Jim Carreys. Like, holy crap. And yes, they're all, once he enters into the movie, he's just there until the very end. He is... it's crazy. He is absolute insanity. Not all the jokes land. I mean, I thought some of Jim Carrey's jokes from the first 2 movies, not all of it landed with me. I thought, they could have been better. It wasn't that funny, and it's kind of the same in this movie. Not all the jokes were funny. I mean, there was this whole dance sequence between the 2 Robotniks that I thought was maybe... I wasn't a fan of. I was like, come on, man, you're just slowing things down. Like, we don't need this whole dance sequence. I feel like maybe Jim Carrey could have done a better job at kind of making, you know, both Gerald and just Dr. Robotnik feel like, you know, different people. Sometimes, you know, they do feel like different people, but sometimes they feel like the same person. It just kind of bothers me a bit. But other than that, Jim Carrey was once again a delight to watch, and I'm glad he's back. It's good to see him back. And of course, we have Tom, Donut Lord himself, and Maddie from the previous 2 movies coming back. And I mean, they've been in this franchise since the beginning, so of course they're going to have some sort of part in this movie. And although they weren't very interesting and stuff, they were at least given stuff to do. They were useful, and they helped out Sonic and the characters with a certain mission they were given and told to do, so at least they weren't useless. So I thought that was an appropriate way to handle these characters that aren't very interesting. They were at least useful, so I'll just say that. They were given stuff to do, so that's fine with me. That's good. And when it comes to any issues or nitpicks with this movie, I mean, like I said, some of the humor just doesn't work. Some over-the-top moments and some serious moments that cuts to a really jokey moment that kind of threw me off a bit. Some of the stuff with Jim Carrey didn't always work, like the dance sequence, like I said, didn't work for me. Some of Sonic's quips and jokes every 5 seconds kind of always got on my nerves. So yeah, most of the humor just not great. Some of it did get a chuckle out of me, but some of it just wasn't great. But yeah, that's kind of where I'm at when it comes to my issues with nitpicks without getting into spoilers. There are 2 post-credit scenes, very important. If you are massive Sonic fans, you have to stick around for them. They are very, very interesting, especially the first one. It shows quite a bit, and obviously is teasing a Sonic 4, which we are 100% getting. The second post-credit scene is teasing something else, which it could be more than a Sonic 4. It could be something else, maybe. It could be another spin-off show, kind of like the Knuckles show. We'll have to see. But yeah, Sonic 3, absolute banger of a movie to conclude 2024. And yeah, man, we just need to keep getting more from this franchise, because it seems like every time we get a new movie, it ends up being better than the others. So I won't be surprised if Sonic 4 ends up being better than this. But at the moment, Sonic the Hedgehog 3 is easily the best movie in this current Sonic trilogy. I mean, Shadow was really fucking cool, and I really liked his backstory. Jim Carrey was once again a delight to watch. All the characters, Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, seeing them together was really cool, and it led to some very beautiful looking action scenes and great looking CGI. I mean, this movie was a complete step up compared to the first two movies. I mean, I loved it. I enjoyed it. I really did. And even as a casual Sonic fan, I think it's worth a watch. And if you're a massive Sonic fan, you are gonna adore this. So, you know, go see it. Yeah, there's a bunch of different kind of people who could go see this movie, but if you're a massive Sonic fan and you love Jim Carrey and you love family-friendly fun, then yeah, this is the movie for you. Go fucking see it. Alrighty guys, this is going to be the end of my review of Sonic the Hedgehog 3. Hope you enjoyed. Please push comments down below of what you thought of this delightful movie, if you liked it or not. And this is it. This is the end of 2024. This will officially be the final video that I will be uploading in 2024. Whatever comes out next will be in 2025. So I just want to say thank you for another great year with the channel. We hit 1,000 subscribers, which was probably the biggest achievement with the channel that we got this year. So thank you guys so much for that. It took a very long time, but we finally got there, and it felt pretty good. So yeah, I hope you all had a great Christmas and you have a happy new year, and we will see you guys in 2025. And I'm actually going straight to 2025 because I'm going to be using the Sonic Ring portal that it's just going to time travel me to 2025, because that's exactly how it works. So here we go. Oh yeah, yep, there it is, just a fucking portal that says 2025, because yeah, that makes sense. So I'll see you guys in 2025. Goodbye.